Hello, ka-OTR. Hello, online world. This is Off the Record with Migs.
And Cesca. And hi Migs, how are you? How was your weekend?
Okay naman, just a chill weekend. Medyo nag-rewatch ako ng konting mga Korean drama, but everything's good. It's a Monday again, and it's time to grind right here on OTR with Migs and Cesca. Ikaw, Cesca, kamusta?
Well, my weekend was pretty quiet, but it was not a quiet weekend for sports. It was not a quiet weekend for esports also. Tom Brady in his 10th Super
Yeah,
Bowl. And of
yeah.
course, Alex Ayala. And syempre, just last night, Brent Sports. Mobile
Brand
Legends,
Sports.
nanalo sila. So congratulations. And I'm glad na nanalo yung Brent Sports last night kasi perfect timing yung guest natin tonight.
Yes. So yun nga po, marami na nga po mga nagdaan sa world of sports. Hindi lang sa basketball, kundi sa tennis, sa esports, at syempre, kung kayo po ay football fan, as na-mention ni Cheska kanina, na yun nga, Tom Brady, considered as one of the GOATs sa American football, is again heading to the Super Bowl with another team. But now, again, yun nga ang medyo trending kanina yung Brand Esports, sila po ay nanalo sa kanilang Mobile Legends sa M2 World Championship. So again, congrats po sa kanila. Defeating the Burmese Gulls and winning that with a big pot. Cheska, nabalitaan mo ba yung pot nila? Pot
Magkano?
money? Around 6.7 million pesos. Yes.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Good job, guys.
Good
Congratulations.
job, guys. Good job and congratulations. Pero Cheska, I let you do the honors to introduce
Yes.
our guest for tonight.
Okay, our guest for tonight is someone that I always look forward to working with. You might recognize her from her courtside duties in the PBA. And syempre, nagsistream din siya. She is also an active gamer and streamer. Ladies and gentlemen, mga ka-OTR, please welcome Miss Carla Lizardo.
Or
Hello.
Carly Cat. Hi, Carla.
Carly Cat!
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Ayan, I have to integrate this to my stream.
Okay, so Carla, maraming salamat for joining us in our stream tonight. Once again, salamat po Pinoy Liga, Podcast Network Asian, of course, all our partners who support Off the Record. Carla, tatanungin ka lang namin, no? I've been noticing in your social media pages, especially nung hype, nung quarantine period na talagang ginrind mo. You were really active in streaming and gaming. So can you tell us about the story on how this all started?
Actually, I started streaming 3 years ago, I think, because parang wala pang masyadong nagsistream. It wasn't such a big thing yet in the Philippines. And then an agency actually approached me and then they said, hey, maybe you want to try streaming since you're playing Fortnite all the time. You can earn from it. So sabi ko, okay, sige, let's explore it. And that's why I transitioned. Binenta ko yung PS4 ko, nag-PC ako so that it was easier for me. And then when I got there, parang na-realize ko, ang hirap pala. Because in my head, oh, easy money. I'm gonna play and then I'm gonna earn. But streamers really put in a lot of hard work and it was tougher than I thought. So medyo nag-dwindle down, especially pag busy na rin ako sa work. But then ng 2020, parang yun yung comeback ko. I started playing Warzone and then naisip ko, sige, I'll try streaming again. Obviously, I had the time. And I'm super thankful because it actually got me through 2020. So now I'm pretty much doing it for fun.
Okay, so Carla and I, Carla and I obviously weren't really doing much sports-wise in 2020 because
Yeah.
obviously the leagues weren't around. So dun kami halos every day magkausap kami ni Carla, magkalaro kami ni Carla. And then I hear her start her stream and then while she's playing, kausap niya yung mga tao, she's reading the comments while playing at the same time. But I mean, this isn't just fun in games. It's actually really hard work behind the scenes as well. But syempre, yung tanong ng mga tao who aren't very familiar with streaming, you mentioned na, okay, you sold your PS4 to buy your PC and other equipment. If people out there want to start streaming, ano ba yung mga kailangan nila?
Well, I don't think naman you really need to sell. Kasi ako, I
Yeah.
felt like I would be able to play better with a PC and that's why I did it. But, you know, well, you need the equipment and you need the know-how. Pero yun yung maganda sa streaming community kasi maraming tutulong sa'yo, as in like you can just ask your friends who are streaming and they'll help you set it up. And I think what you would need is a lot of energy. Kasi for your stream to take off, you really need to grind. And by that, I mean you need to put in the hours to get better at the game that you play. You need to play maybe siguro mga 4 to 5 hours a day at least para magkaroon ng traction yung stream mo. And I know like some of the great streamers out there put in like 8 to 12 hours. And hindi rin biro yun ah. You would think na naglalaro ka lang. 'Di ba? Parang you
Yeah.
wouldn't think that it would be tiring. Pero nakakapagod siya. It takes a lot of energy to be playing while habang kinakausap mo yung chat mo on the side. Kasi parang it's also a form of content creation, obviously. So aside from playing the game, you also kind of have to be entertaining. You have to be engaging with your audience for you to grow that online community. So I would say bring the energy. Magdala ka na eh.
And also, Carla, diba, ito siguro for people who get to di naman active gamers or get to know
Yeah.
about streaming also. Of course, nandyan din kailangan yung game, 'di ba? I mean, kahit papaano if you want to stream, you have to be kind of confident that you're good at it.
Yeah.
What was the realization na parang, oh, sige, kaya ko tong gawin. I think I'm confident that I can play while streaming.
Actually, I think it's either super galing ka or sobrang entertaining ka. And to be
Okay.
completely honest, I am neither. So, no, like, I try my best, pero hindi ako naturally gifted at gaming. Alam mo yon, parang, I practice, pero nahihirapan talaga ako. I'm not like a COD god by any means. Tapos, medyo nahihirapan rin ako with finding like ano ba talaga dapat yung personality na pinapakita ko on stream. It's finding a good balance eh. Pero you know, for people who might not be so confident with the game that they're playing, wag ka na lang magpadala siguro. Kasi you might be tempted to play like the most popular game to get viewers, pero hindi ka naman nag-enjoy, di ba? And that will show. So I think it's still best to really focus on a game that you really love and then put in the hours. Kung hindi ka pa magaling, eventually naman, you'll get better if you keep grinding, if you put in the days and the hours. You will level up skill-wise. So focus on the game that you feel passionate about para naman ramdam ng audience na talagang nag-e-enjoy ka. Huwag mo pilitin for the views. I think that would be the best advice.
We've seen Fortnite come and go, but I mean Warzone when it came in, it just kind of took over everyone's streams. Pero hindi ka lang, you're not just on Warzone. I know you got into other games also na iniwan mo kami because you got so obsessed with this game. Why? What is the appeal? What are these other games?
I feel bad because I remember during that time, I got burnt out from Warzone, which happens. Minsan mababurn out ka because you're playing so much. Or minsan hindi ka masaya sa meta, which was what was happening with Warzone at the time, na ang hirap maglaro because everyone was using the DMR and the Yamatis. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna try Minecraft, which I never thought I would try. But then I got really addicted. Yeah. As in, I was playing till 3 a.m. And Check was like, are you gonna play with me today? Are you gonna play with me today? Where are you? So Minecraft was like my break kasi medyo chill lang siya. Like all you have to do is like break blocks and then build. And then I actually tried streaming it. Pero dun ko tinatansya. I'm like, would you guys want to see Minecraft? Kasi syempre sobrang iba siya. Like with Warzone, it's constant action.
Mhm.
With Minecraft naman, parang you would have to engage more kasi you're just breaking blocks for hours or building a house. So, parang nag-iiba rin yung personality ng streamer like with the game that they're playing. I like to experiment rin naman. People ask me, ano ba yung other games na gusto mong laruin? But right now, it's really still Warzone. I don't think I'm gonna transition to Minecraft streaming anytime.
Breaker lang yung Minecraft. Breaker lang. Pampalipas oras lang.
Yeah.
Alright, so saying hello muna tayo kay na Ferdy. Hello, Ferdy. Didam. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Illumi. Hello po sa inyo sa mga nanonood sa atin tonight. Guys, kung meron po kayong tanong para kay para kay Cesca, para kay Carla, or para sa akin, or whoever dito po sa stream natin, please do write that in the comment section and bati lang po kayo. Babatiin namin kayo, of course, dito po sa ating streams off the record. Carla, tatanungin ko lang din siguro, what does it take? Diba? You mentioned nga it was like your 2020. Diba?
Yeah.
But at the same time, ano yung mga bago mong mga na-discover? Siguro with yourself, with your personality, culture-wise, that you
Yeah.
really got into gaming.
Something that changed in 2020 with how I approached my stream was that I reached out more to the gaming community. Kasi sa start, parang for the first 2 years, I was mostly streaming Fortnite. Tapos nakadikit ako sa isang squad lang. As in, parang everyday, like, kami lang yung magkakasama dun sa stream. And then, when I started playing Warzone, I needed people to teach me rin kasi. So, I started talking to people online, and then I would meet, like, a friend of a friend, or, like, I would meet Cheska's friend. Tapos sila naman yung makakalaro ko. And then, I realized na sobrang importante pala ng community, like, like networking in a way with the gaming community. Kasi, aside from gagaling ka, because you get to play with really good streamers, you'll also learn so much from other people. Kasi yung iba, like, sobrang galing nila sa tech side. So, they'll teach you what you need sa stream mo. Like, yung PC specs, ano ba dapat? Or yung settings mo so that mas maganda yung labas ng stream mo, the stream quality, the game quality. And then, other people will teach you how to play better. And then, ang dami kong nakilala. It's crazy. I realized na to grow your stream, you really have to reach out to the other gamers. And yun yung maganda, like I said earlier, kasi, you know, people aren't like selfish about it. Like, no, they might take away from my stream. No, like everyone's super willing to help. So, ang dami kong naging kaibigan from just playing Warzone. I think I've met more people in 2020
Right?
online, like in the past years. It's amazing. And like, kung saan nanggaling, we have, you know, like, nagkaroon pa ako ng international friends. So, yeah, I think sobrang importante as a gamer na you open yourself up to, you know, being part of the gaming community here in the Philippines.
And of course, since people were basically stuck at home in 2020, a lot of people transitioned online. This is when we saw a bunch of people start streaming their games. And this is also where we saw the online community start growing. And with what Carla said, na I've seen her when she streams along with other people na nagsistream din. So parang sabay-sabay sila nagsistream. And then obviously the viewers of one streamer makikinood na rin kay Carla. Yung viewers ni Carla makikinood na rin sa ibang streamers. Mga nagtatanong if nagsistream ako. No, I cannot. I'm too loud. But anyway.
NSFW ba? NSFW.
No, I still believe Czech should stream.
No, it's not great. But
We'll wait for that day.
for example, like okay, can I just say though, I was there when Carla first started playing Warzone.
Yeah.
She had no idea what she was doing. Yung parang takbo-takbo lang siya, parang saan tayo pupunta guys? What's happening? What's going on? What's this? What's gun? Whatever. And then when she got into it, her rate of improvement was so fast. And then the next thing I know, she's streaming with all these insane gamers like Mishida, Elok, all of that. But before that, she was also the first person to invite me to join a tournament. And that's another thing. That's another thing that we saw happen a lot in 2020 when online gaming started. So many Warzone tournaments. And then si Carla, yung invite niya, parang, guys, there's a tournament for fun. Super chill lang to. And then it's just you, me, and then a couple of other friends, si Mikey and si Joms, ganyan. And at that time, my internet connection wasn't all that reliable. So I was like, Carla, medyo malabo. Like, just in case ma-DC ako, let's get a sub. So she was like, okay, I can ask one of my online friends to join. So I was like, okay, practice tayo, guys. Let's try to get some chemistry going. Pinasok niya si Majestic, one of our teammates now. Dude, like first game with Maje, I think he killed like 12 people right away or something. Yung parang, Carla, bakit yung sub yung pinakamagaling? Ano palitan mo na ako! So that was the first tournament we joined. But like after that, I started meeting all these people with Carla. And then yun na nga, like you see, like Mishida, I think the last time I checked, he was ranked 180 something in the world for
Yeah.
kills. And then Elok is also a really good gamer. You see all these familiar names na. Kasi when you keep playing, you become familiar with, obviously, kung sino nakakapatay sa'yo, kung sino mga lagi mong kasama sa lobby, and that sort of thing. And in the beginning, hindi mo kilala itong mga taong to. But eventually, when you see these names more and more, and then you realize, oh, kilala siya ni ganito, kilala siya ni ganyan, and you end up playing together, there's this bond. Parang ang saya na lagi. And then
Yeah.
Carla is part of that community. She's a very active part of that community. And, I have to say thank you to Carla because ang dami ko na naman kilala dahil sa'yo. Saan mo na ako kinahata? Parang, guys, sure ba kayo gusto niyo kakampi?
No, but like that's what I'm super thankful for. Kasi nang niyaya ko si Check sa tournament, Mix, I didn't know how to play tournament pero hindi marunong maglaro ng game. I mean, what was I thinking?
Kaya pala sabi mo, chill lang to, fun lang to.
Yeah, because I didn't know better. I didn't know anyone there. Tapos ako parang, should be fine pagdating namin doon. Oh my
Hindi
gosh.
siya fine.
So stressful.
It was not fine.
Sobrang
Okay?
kulelat namin. As in, yung mga kalaban namin parang 140 points. Tapos kami, 70 total.
Carla
Yeah,
and
like-
Jessica, siguro for the benefit of our viewers na we've been throwing out Warzone, Fortnite,
Yeah.
etc. Para sa mga viewers na medyo inaalam pa lang to, how is Warzone played like? Ano yung, kumbaga, give us a visual.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, okay. So how is it like?
Survival
Yeah.
of the fittest.
It's a battle royale, so you can play solos, duos, trios, or quads. We're usually in a quad, so team kayo. And then 150 people drop into an island, and then you just have to be the last team surviving. So you have to kill everyone there, and then parang the fighting zone gets smaller and smaller because there's a gas coming in. So if you get left behind, mamamatay ka rin sa gas. So it forces like people to really engage and fight each other. And then if you're the last team standing out of all of the 150 players that are there, then you win.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's the simplest way to put it.
Saan naman siya pwedeng malaro? Ng mga console?
Yeah, you can play it on PS4, PS5, PC. Pwede siya sa phone, pero iba siya eh. May COD mobile na Battle Royale, but you can't cross-play that. I'm not so sure what other consoles yung compatibility ni Warzone. But those two, I'm sure. PC and PS4/5.
We have, Tirso is watching. Hi, Tirso. Maje is watching. Hi, proud of your
Maje!
Warzone journey,
MVP
guys. Also
namin.
vote yes for check stream. No.
Yes.
And Julian, Carla here. Julian, why transition from being a sports broadcaster to gaming?
Well, it was really because of the pandemic. I didn't naman leave my job as a sportscaster to really focus on gaming. It's just that I couldn't do any sports ng 2020. Kaya lang ako nakapag-focus on my stream. So that's what I say. I'll try to come back to the PBA. I'll try to come back to sportscasting. But for now, that's where you can catch me sa stream ko. But even before, I mean, like I mentioned, 3 years na rin akong nagsistream. So it's just something that I really enjoy doing during my spare time. So might as well stream.
Hello, Queen C. Lots of love from Rowan Santa Maria. Jessica,
Hi,
maganda yung tanong dito ni Tirso, although he's not a gamer.
Yes.
Hi, Carla. What advice can you give pala to folks out there into online gaming to ensure that gaming would be a source of enjoyment? It will not result in something that will interfere to their normal daily lives.
Yeah. Oh, I believe in really setting a routine. Meron akong Warzone playing hours, and then I'll say, okay, at this time, kunyari, I'll play 1 to 4 usually in the afternoon. 4 o'clock, I'll say, guys, I have to go because I have to work out or I have to work or whatever I need to do. And then, babalik na naman ako ng 7 to 9. Parang, I just try to be strict with myself. To be honest, sometimes I get carried away and it's also hard for me to follow. Pero it's just really prioritizing and setting a proper schedule and not letting yourself get carried away by playing all day. Make time to be productive.
Right. We have another question. Rowan, what would you say is your secret to building a loyal following?
Rowan, I think become friends with your viewers. I think that's one of the most important things, that you need to be like relatable, and your viewers really need to like you for your personality and like your relationship with them in a sense. That's why I really try to engage in chat as much as possible. To the point na medyo nasa-sacrifice na yung gameplay ko kasi lagi ako nakikipagkwentuhan sa chat because it's so special for me that there's a Carly Cat community. I
Yeah.
think that's one of the most rewarding parts of the stream na, people have been there for 3 years now. There's a feature kasi sa Facebook streaming na you can see how long they've been following you. So yung iba parang 1,000 plus days na sila nanonood sa stream ko. And I think that's super touching and it's super rewarding that people are enjoying my content in that way. So for me, parang na makikipagkwentuhan ako sa kanila every day, it really brightens up my day also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, wait,
Malaking
may
bagay
comment.
yun.
May
Yeah, go
comment
ahead,
tayo na nakakainis. Paolo Mariano, nakakainis ka. Sabi niya, hello po, Miss Carla and Miss Cesca. Please notice me. Thanks. Hi, nako, Paolo. Hello.
Hello po, Mr. Paulo.
Pero Carla, malaking bagay yung nabibuild mo na community, no? Parang
Yeah.
ano ba yun? Parang is that an easy, madali bang gawin yun? But how is it like that you built it from the ground up?
Oh, it's quite hard, and to be honest, I kind of cheated because I already had a fan page from all the things I did before. Na nagpa-pageant ako, that was a page where I would say, guys, vote kayo, text vote.
Yeah.
And it was also like my
Puhunan.
fan page. So parang transition ko siya. Like I already had the following. But you know what? I thought it would be automatic. Na yung sports following ko would automatically just watch my gaming. Pero hindi. Actually, very distinct. Konti lang yung mga nag-overlap, but parang I still kind of had to find this new group that would enjoy the gaming side of it. I also tried streaming on Twitch aside from Facebook. Yun yung talagang I had nothing. And then more of yung mga viewers ko international rin sila. Pero nakakatuwa because even when I moved back to Facebook, some of them were still here. So naging rin sila, loyal viewers. So I guess kailangan lang talaga they like what they see, your personality nga, and yun nga, naging friend ko sila. And I guess that was the secret in keeping them in my viewership. And in the Carly Cat fam.
Okay. Si Carla also made her own clan. So her...
Oh no. Yeah.
Okay.
Anong tawag sa clan? Anong tawag sa clan?
When you play Warzone, you can make your own clan tag. So obviously, if you play with a squad all the time, then you can all have the same clan tag. And then Carla came up with Cutie Patuti. So,
Yeah. Sobrang
Cutie
creative
Patuti
ko, di ba? So, ito pa, Cutie Patutis, pero yung clan tag namin, typo pa. CT2P. Tapos late ko na-realize, and you can't change it. I was like, how do I explain this?
Ano spelling? Sorry, ano spelling?
Diba
Kasi
dapat
4 letters lang yung clan tag. So, Cutie
Okay.
Patuti. Pero yung nagawang clan tag, CT2P. So, mali.
So, dapat Q.
Cutie.
Yeah. Cutie.
Yes.
CT2. Basta ito makes sense.
But,
I'm so sorry to my clan. Thanks for still joining.
Okay lang yung C that's for Carla, di ba? C is for Carla.
Yeah.
when you play nga, and you form these squads, you make your clan tags and everything. But like, does it matter who's in your clan, o parang kahit sino na lang pwede mong i-invite sa clan mo? Because we know there are squads there are regiments who only accept, let's say, if they're dead set on competing, na parang you have to have a KDR of like, above a certain number. Or, I mean, obviously, if you're like me and you just play for fun, let's go Team OSY. And there are the more recognizable ones, syempre, with sila Mishida, MMCC, all of that. Like, how did these clan regiments start forming? How do they build their regiments? Who are the people allowed in these regiments? May mga ganun ba? May mga criteria ba na kailangan sundin bago ka makapasok sa isang regiment?
Ang daming regiment sa Philippines and ang galing. Actually, meron like yung puro Cebuano sila, yung Shufo, and then of course there are like the older regiments like Anbu, and then Team Underdogs was my very first regiment. So yun yung a lot of them kasi meron rin silang parang pro division.
Yes.
So yun yung mga talagang lumalaban sa mga malalaking tournaments. But then they also have like a streamer branch kung saan it's just a community of streamers helping each other and streaming together for their content. Tapos meron ring mga casual players doon. Marami rin hindi nagsistream and they just want to be part of the community. Gusto lang nila na meron silang mga kalaro. But a lot of the regiments actually have tryouts. So iba-iba yan. Iba-iba yan. I don't know what exactly you have to do. I've tried out once and I had to like 1v1 against like 3 different really good players. Tapos, yung iba, merong KD requirement or you have to have more than 50 wins. Yung mga mas, siguro, like serious and the bigger regiments. But for cutie patooties, anyone can join. All you have to do is be cute and be dangerous.
Gusto ko biglang cutie pa rin transition. Anyone can join.
All you have to say is, can I join? Huwag ka lang like rude to other people.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, but yeah, that's what we joke about. We always just say, yung cutie patootie is cute, but dangerous on the battle.
Yes.
Okay. Migs. Okay, eto.
Yes.
May question si Illumi. Nakakatawa. Madam Carla, kailan ka ulit maghahagis ng granada sa kakampi mo?
Illumi.
Friendly fire, ha?
Ay, nako, you know what? Buti na lang Warzone doesn't have friendly fire. Illumi kasi has been following me for the longest time. And lagi kong napapatay or nasasaktan yung teammates ko sa other games. When I played Valorant, when I played Fortnite, my teammates like try to stay away from me kasi na-RPG ko sila. And then I always hurt them. But sa Warzone, I find creative ways to kill my teammates. Minsan, like, babanggain ko sila and then they go into the gas. Or, basta like, it's amazing how much
they
get...
yung chopper na lahat kami, nakasakay. Mga ganon.
Sasabihin ni Check, go right. And then I'll go left. Ganyan. Yeah.
Ito from Rowan Santa Maria. This became a slow roast session. When is your next jump scare compilation coming?
Pinagpapawisan na ako. Rowan actually bought me a horror game kasi for my birthday. So thank you, Rowan. Kasi I've had like the occasional horror stream. And I'm not good with horror. It makes me feel physically sick. And then a lot of it is just me screaming. As
Anong
in,
game
like,
yun? Anong game?
I played Phasmophobia and I played Pacify. Yung Pacify kasi ma-jump scare siya. As in like a witch will just be in your face.
Okay.
So ako parang bigla na lang ako lilipad, ganun. and then I'll just, it's like an hour of me screaming. So, yun yung ano ko.
Kaya nanonood mga tao, actually.
Yeah. And minsan ginagawa ko pa siya 11 a.m. So talagang gigisingin ko kayo with my voice. But yeah, it's my occasional treat to my viewers na I play horror games. So thanks to Rowan, meron akong bagong horror game to play.
From Madje, cutie patuti lang malakas, wala requirements pero taas ng ranking ng members. Madje, parang ikaw lang yata yun. Ikaw, si Josh.
Are there kasi we've been secretly inviting the really good players, yung mga top players. Like, if I stream with them, I'm like, hey, can you be part of the cutie patooties? Para bigla na lang, boom! Ano pala?
So, pwede ka magkaroon ng multiple clans. Pwede ka magkaroon ng multiple clans. Pwede.
You can have up to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, nasa marketing pala yan. Marketing and recruitment pala yan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ayan, puro emo.
Yeah.
Of course,
Carla, earlier... Go ahead, Cesca.
Sorry. We have to ask Carla also about syempre, when you stream online and people have access, a direct access to you because while you're streaming, lalabas na kagad yung comments nila. Have you ever encountered anything negative? How do you deal with it?
Yes, actually, like some people go in to just bash you. I just say I never said I was good. Like I'm just trying to enjoy the game. I talk to them or minsan pag super bastos because some people can be really rude on Facebook. Um, mabilis lang mag-ban yung mga mods ko. Or if wala yung mods ko doon that
No,
day,
Josh.
like, mabilis rin ako mag-ban. I have a zero tolerance policy on my stream. Ayoko talaga, like, if someone's rude or if someone disrespects my boundaries, block agad. Ban forever from my page. Unacceptable. I'm a quick banner.
Good
Or
vibes lang, di
minsan,
ba?
actually, like, I called them out. I was pondering nga kanina, dapat ba kunin ko yung link ng pangalan nila and like post ko after the stream na parang these people were really disrespectful today. I don't know. Kasi if, when you ban them kasi, parang ano yung natutunan nila, they might just go on someone else's page and just say the same thing. So,
Yeah.
iniisip ko pa yan, like, what's the best way? Because obviously, you want to educate them, but minsan trolls lang sila or gusto lang nila manggulo or magpapansin sa stream. So, it's hard rin. It's hard rin. There are days na medyo patol ako and I, rant on my stream about disrespect. But a lot of the times, I just ban.
Ako, curious ako as a, hindi naman ako active gamer and streamer, pero I kind of have an idea on how, quote-unquote, the culture is. Bakit ganon, Carla, from your analysis?
I don't know. I guess it can be really toxic kasi nagiging overly competitive yung mga tao. It happens. It happens na people just get into it. But I think at the end of the day, kahit gaano ka kagaling, I think people have to remember this is just a game. It's not
Yeah.
worth, like fighting over online. It's silly how much drama also comes with it. Like I've said a lot about the community, how it's mostly friendly, mostly helpful, but also hindi mawawala yung toxic side. And it makes me sad because it should be something that should bring people together, but it's really a lot about the ego of the player and just wanting to be the best, over competitive talaga.
And of course, the friends that you've made, obviously they all help you along the way. If there's anything you've learned from more experienced gamers, more experienced streamers that you want to pass on to maybe the newer ones, what would that be?
I would want to use it as a platform for good. I guess medyo bago pa rin siya kahit papano, even if so many people are doing it. So I think na you can build such a strong following by streaming games. Try to be a good example. Parang wag nyo i-promote yung toxicity on your stream. Call it out and use it. Like, I think it's about time na medyo mag-shift nga yung gaming community away from that toxic environment. Like, just chill, just enjoy it. And, like, your viewers should feel the same way na hindi nakaka-tense or hindi sila triggered by watching your stream. Dapat, dapat ini-enjoy lang natin lahat because that's what it's supposed to be.
Carla, ano pa lang thoughts mo sa Bren Esports? Siya na naging talk of the town today.
Oh, I'm so proud of them. Grabe, winning M2 is such a big deal and nakakatuwa that it was a Pinoy team in Bren that took home the championship. And I was following it last night. It was crazy. Game 7 and they were able to pull off the win. Napakalaking bagay nun and they really made the country proud. So I want to give a shout out to Bren, who's also guested on my esports show and nakakatuwa. They put in a lot of hard work into that. Also, shout out pala to Smart Omega because they also did well in M2. We actually had during the start of the tournament, we had parang a preview episode, and they were really saying like it's gonna be Smart or Bren. So I'm happy that they were finally able to get over that hump and they took home the world championship.
I'm actually really sad that this wasn't a thing when I was younger. Kasi during my time, nung bata ako, if I play video games, syempre parents would be like, stop playing video games, wala ka mapapala dyan, blah, blah, blah. And now they just go and win like 6 million.
Yeah. It's a career track.
Wait a minute.
It's a career track, di ba?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know what? Like we talked to the esports athletes about this. Syempre ang hirap rin because it's like being
Yeah.
a student athlete and iba rin yung hours that they have to put in. Plus, the unique challenge of being an esports athlete is
Yes.
yung boot camps nila. You have to be away from your family and you have to be with your team in a
Mhm.
house for months to be able to prepare for tournaments. So ano rin like mahirap. I think na they're also like figuring out how to balance like finishing your studies and being able to train. I think it's an interesting um
Mhm.
like challenge for them, pero nakakatuwa because grabe talaga yung Philippines like when it comes to esports. I think
Yeah.
that Bren winning M2 is just the start. Ang dami pa nating
And
mapapakita dyan.
we already saw what esports really is like in the Philippines when we won gold in the SEA Games
Yeah.
in 2019. I keep thinking last year lang, 2021 na pala. Anyway, may bago na palang SEA Games dapat this year. Wait lang. But considering the advancements and all these people getting into esports, into gaming and everything, how would you encourage, because it's become a viable career choice. It's become something that can put food on the table, a roof over your head. But it's also there's also a possible, hole that you can fall into.
Yeah.
There are some people na baka hindi kaya mag-balance
Yeah.
between playing games and actually being productive offline. Where do you draw the line?
I think na the same thing applies to student athletes. Ganun rin mismo dapat yung pagtrato sa esports athletes na you really still have to prioritize your education kasi kahit pa paano like that's what will get you, further. I really like if ever you do have to stop studying because mahaba masyado yung training, I think you should really just realize na you can still find a way like maybe online schooling. Pero I still firmly believe na dapat tapusin muna yung school para you always have, that to fall back on no matter what happens. Kasi grabe rin yung esports ha. Like if ever you
Mhm.
have masama yung performance mo, you can just get cut just like that. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cutthroat. So I think na
Cutthroat.
yeah, it definitely is. So I think that prioritizing school is really, really very important. And just don't like spend the whole day playing or the whole week playing. And just kind of parang umaasa ka na lang dyan na dahil naging viable thing nga siya. Always have your priorities in sight.
All right.
Alright, so maraming salamat Carly Cat for a very insightful discussion on esports and the rise
Yeah.
of gaming and streaming in 2020. Shoutout ako kay Justin Ballester, sabi niya Bren
Hi,
lang
Justin.
malakas. So good
Yeah.
evening daw, Cesca and Carla. Alright, so for
Hello.
me,
Wait,
Carla, ikaw...
Before we
Yeah,
let Carla go, Carla, you're wearing a Carly Cat shirt.
Yes,
You have
yes.
Carly Cat merch. Where
Promote ka
can
naman,
people buy
Carla.
this?
Yeah,
Go
I now
ahead.
have a merch line. So if you wanna get nilabas pa talaga yung merch. Head
Yeah,
on
go
over
ahead.
to
By all means.
shirtley.ph/Carla Janina and you can get a shirt, hoodie, tote bag, cap, or mug.
Okay.
Thanks,
So
guys.
shirt.ly. Tama ba?
Shirtley.ph
Shirtley. Okay.
slash Carla Janina.
Ayan. So shirtley.ph/Carla Janina. Carla, tuwing kailan nila maabangan ng mga stream mo?
Pretty much every day. I stream in the afternoon. Kung wala ako sa afternoon, gabi. Sorry, wala akong consistent schedule. But most of the time, it's 2 to 4 in the afternoon every day. If I'm not there, then it will be 7 to 9 at night.
And sometimes you will hear me screaming there.
Yes. Not
May
sometimes.
spe-
All the time.
always. So special appearance ni Cesca, nandun na siya. So malalaman nyo na lang yun. Alright, so Carly Cat on Facebook and of course Carla Lizardo. Carla, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Carla.
joining us here in Off the Record. Maraming salamat.
Thank you for
Carla.
having me.
Thank you. Alright. Wow, partner. Ang gandang discussion nun, ha? Gandang discussion. Sana nakarelate yung mga viewers natin na not into streaming and gaming that much.
And sana, again, like I hope, because it's such a fun community. So I hope more people get into it, and sana hindi toxic, maging toxic yung environment, because it's a really, really warm and welcome. I mean, from what I've experienced, based on like playing with Sila Carla, playing with my own regiment, playing with a bunch of people that I meet through friends of friends of friends. Like everyone is just so warm and welcoming. They're actually quite protective also. So hopefully, since we all do need to stay home, might as well get into something fun, pang stress release. Or who knows, you might be the next E-Games superstar.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah. Ang ano ngayon, the rise of esports na nga talaga. Nagsimula yun nung SEA Games 2019. Tapos yung Gilas Pilipinas esports team, di ba, I think that was around May or June, na nanalo sila ng 2K tournament. So hindi lang sa ML, hindi lang sa 2K, di ba, sa Warzone. So nag-rise na nga talaga yung esports scene dito sa Pilipinas. So gandang discussion tonight.
Yeah.
So I hope po lahat kayo ay nag-enjoy. So shoutout lang ako ulit kay Tirso, kay Rowan. Si Carla Lizardo nag-shoutout. Nag-shoutout. Carla, thank you. Shouty Perry, hello sa'yo. So yun, ang gandang discussion. So this is episode 8 of Off the Record, of course, with Carla Lizardo. So next week, Cesca, will you let me do the honors of
Yes, of
teasing
course.
the next episode for next week? Okay, so I'm looking at our Gantt chart, our list. So next week po, February 1, 2021, we will have a very special guest who is inside the Kalam bubble. So as of now, yes, yun lang po muna yung teaser natin. Inside the Kalam bubble, we won't reveal anything yet. We still have to text her and confirm kung game pa talaga siya next week. But most likely she is. So abangan niyo po yan sa aming mga promo materials.
All right. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us tonight. And thank you so much to Carla Lizardo for joining us on Off the Record. I will see you online later. But anyway.
Tapusin lang natin to. Ayan si Carla na nakatawa. Naka-enjoy po sa stream natin. All right. So thank you so much mga ka-OTR. So this has been Off the Record with Migs
and Cesca.
And see you guys in the next episode.